Hi there, this is video 1 out of 5. This video is going to be talking about AlienVisionGetData. If you want to know about the architecture, I should refer you to the website that explains it much better than I will be here, but probably won't be explained, to be honest with you. But this one is a get data, and this script makes a cone and relays data back to a action manager. And let's get started. First of all, this is like a view distance. So you can see down here in this using this, when you hover over something, it tells you what the method is in the overload. This is a distance, max radius, max distance. You can take it as you will. Max angle is like your viewing angle of a human or anything in general. We take 9D because we want a view distance of 45 below and 40 positive. And you divide that here, as you can see. Divide it. Resolution is how many rays you want and like how far apart they are. You have to calculate that all in. And that goes for horizontal and vertical. This is simply a function that we invoked if you see a player or if you don't see a player too. Okay, down here. Right down here, you can see if it doesn't see a player, it doesn't return a transform. An alien visual model is right down here. Essentially takes a transform or needs a transform and a Boolean to say it's just model. It's just a model obtaining data, so it doesn't really do anything but package your data up to make it easier to work with. You send that over every time you hit a player. But for this, essentially you're calculating your angles, and after that, you calculate all your angles, you pass it into this function here. That leads you down here, and this will essentially convert it to a Ulen. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. But converts it into a rotation, and then you multiply in the forward direction, so it goes forwards and not in backwards, because it does have, it's you're calculating the position now with these coordinates and rotations. Not really good at understanding this. Hope we get better rotation math in this course. What I hope we learn from this. So essentially, you take your transforms, your angles, you calculate it up here, right here, here, and then you multiply them by the rotation of the object, or add them together. And then this is 0 because there's no tilt or anything. And then you multiply it by the forward direction to make it go forwards. And after that, you raycast it, and this is just a simple raycast, not allocated, because if you're making like hundreds of rays, you can have a lot of performance issues with lag in that, just how Unity is, not very optimized. But yeah, if you use this, you can have a lot more rays, so better stuff in general, but it's a little harder to work with. In this case, you have to, so you can't, your vision cone just can't go for every wall and everything it sees. You have to calculate the distance of it all. Simply, it's just finding the closest one, and after that, it sets it, and then it goes, oh, is this the player? If it's not the player, it just goes into this, turns it red, just for debugging purposes. Cyan's pretty easy to see, and that's just why it's cyan. Red's pretty easy to see as well in games. And if nothing, the player hasn't been seen, it just sends the default one to tell the action manager to say, well, we didn't find anything, here's some empty data. That should be everything for this script. Next script you should be seeing is get player position, get data. See you there next time, or in the next moment.